Instructions on how to install a Mr. Gaspo Cab 10 helium-filled blimp for advertising purposes. First, make sure that the cylinder you're using is helium. Helium is required for the inflation of the blimp to give it sufficient lift for its ropes and other fittings. To your cylinder, first attach the inflation hose. Screw the fitting down into the cylinder and then tighten up with a shifting spanner. The fitting needs to be tight. Gas leaks can be expensive. Use the cylinder key provided in the kit to open the cylinder when required to inflate your blimp. After taking your blimp out of its carry bag, unroll and lay flat. You'll notice there are two harnesses on the blimp, and then you see the inflation section of the blimp inner. With your cylinder on the ground, fit your inflation hose on the side, on the end of the inflation fitting. Slowly and carefully open the cylinder with the cylinder key and very slowly begin inflation. Be careful not to inflate too quickly, as this may damage the inner of your Cab 10. At this stage, check the contents of your bag and take out the two lines, the main line and the safety line. The main line is the thicker of the two. To install to the main harness, unwind some of the line and attach through the loop of the main harness by using a bowline knot, as you can see here illustrated. Make sure it's a non-slip knot and the knot is fully secure, and please test well. We would like you to keep using your blimp. Next, attach the safety line to the blimp. Unwind the safety line. You'll find the safety harness is the smaller of the two, and again, using a bowline knot, attach your safety line to the safety harness. After completing the knot, again test well to make sure it does not slip and does not undo. The safety line is especially useful when bringing the blimp down in a wind, and otherwise it provides a good second string rope for attachment. As the blimp inflates slowly, take care to attach the harnesses to either sandbags or cylinder of sufficient weight to keep the blimp on the ground so it won't blow away while you're still inflating it. Next, select your tail struts. You'll see the opening on every second fin. Slowly slide the dowel through the fin onto its opposite fin. Take care to do this so that you do not pierce through the fin material. Twisting as you gently prod through the fin will assist in fitting it. When it's fully home in its fin, simply slide the top fin to the top of the stick and there it is installed. Repeat the process with the second dowel. Simply open the fitting, it's the larger of the two. Place the dowel through the fitting Slide gently through the back of the fin, across onto the opposite fin, feed gently, spinning the stick slowly if required, as you see here, to make sure it fits through without rupturing the fin material. When it's fully home on the other fin, then simply stretch the fin so that it fits over the top of the dowel. It's best to do this before the blimp is fully inflated, and as you can see, that's the completed fin structure. The two dowels crosswise, keeping the fin stretched so that the blimp has good characteristics for flying into the wind. Next, as we're inflating, from time to time, just test how tight the blimp outer is to avoid overinflating. Now we have the blimp virtually at inflated condition. We press down with the finger so that the creases formed are around about the span of our hand or slightly more. At that stage, the blimp is inflated and ready for flying. Use the bung provided on the blimp after turning off the gas cylinder. Keep the gas in with your thumb till you're ready to put the bung on, and there's the bung all fitted and the blimp ready to fly. Now here's our blimp, fully inflated, sandbags attached, ready to run up to the flying height. So we detach our sandbags. We've already unwound some of the safety lines so it won't impede our progress. Then we unwind sufficient safety line to run the blimp up quickly to a height of 60 feet. Most turbulence of the air is experienced near the ground, so if the blimp is let up quite quickly for the first 60 feet, ground turbulence will not be such a problem. Now the blimp's in the air and flying into the wind. You'll note it'll pick up a position facing into the wind and requires little looking after at that stage. Should the gusts exceed 25 knots, then it would be wise to bring your blimp down. And again, as we can see, the last 60 feet of bringing your blimp down again is done quite quickly to avoid problems with turbulent air near the ground. Attach the sandbags to the harnesses, as you can see here. Now on the other side, the two sandbags provided with the kit, and the blimp is safe down on the ground again. So it can be stowed away for further use, and then when check inflated again, the sandbags can be released ready for flying. This is a balloon gas inflation valve, available on hire from CIG or purchased from Gaspo products, fitted on a balloon gas or helium cylinder. Fit the valve hand tight, turn on the cylinder, put the open neck of your balloon there, and simply press down on the cylinder, making sure the neck doesn't twist in the operation. Simply press down on the nozzle to inflate. Check inflation, take care not to overinflate, very slowly bring it up to full shape. Making sure the stretch lines don't become too tight. At that point, cease inflation. Twist the neck round the clip, and your balloon is inflated.